Now, Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. She was elected vice chair of the Senate Republican Conference, the first woman tapped for a Senate GOP leadership position since 2010. Congratulations. Great to see you. And thank you for
Harris.
being with me. I want to start off with the basics now that we can see that you'll hone in on. So what will you do to push forward the president's agenda?
Well, first, I am honored to serve Iowa on the leadership team. But as far as the entire conference, making sure that we are supporting the great messaging that we need to in the Republican Party, because we have had so many accomplishments in the Trump administration. So we want to push forward a message of a strong economy, rebuilding of our military. Of course, that's very important to me as a veteran, and all of the wonderful things that we will be able to accomplish moving forward, whether that be through balancing our budget, whether it's an infrastructure bill, whatever that might be. We need to push it forward and make sure we're connecting with our American constituents.
On the Hill, there has been a lot of strife in the Senate.
Yes.
The civility has kind of hit the floor. How will it be different in January? I mean, you retain the majority as Republicans. You actually grow it a bit, and now you are part of the leadership.
Well, certainly we do have challenges, and as we see the House flip with a Democratic majority, things may seem impossible on the outside, but I would say that we do work in a very bipartisan manner on a number of issues that really do matter to the American people. We will need to work very heavily on President Trump's agenda, though. That will be a difficult hurdle to get over, but we will continue to work with our Democratic colleagues as best we can to make sure that we are getting our agenda done. But being on that leadership team, it will provide an additional opportunity for our outside voices to be brought directly to the leader. I was not encouraged by leadership to run for this position. I was encouraged by my colleagues to run for it. So I think we'll have a greater opportunity at voices speaking up in those leadership committee meetings.
You know, with the few times that I have had the privilege of interviewing you, I know you don't mince your words. So what do you mean by that you were chosen by your colleagues and not the leadership?
Well, certainly we have diverging opinion amongst our members. And so I think it's important to take all of those members' voices to leadership so that we are representing the greater majority of our conference. So I'm excited about that opportunity.
All right. Well, since we kind of have segued into a zone now, what was it like running for this position? I think that there are always questions of why women haven't risen a little bit faster. It's been an 8-year deficit for GOP leadership for women in the Senate.
Well, certainly I would love to see more women serving in the Senate, which means maybe we would have more women running for leadership opportunities. But we need quality individuals as well, and we need folks encouraged to step up and represent. So I was excited about the opportunity to seek election, and really am looking forward again to not only representing the conference, but also taking Iowa's voice into the leadership team. I think we need some of that Iowa common sense, and just really am humbled by the vote that was taken by my colleagues to support me in the endeavor.
Senator Ernst, I did write down one point that you said. You said President Trump, it might be difficult, a hurdle to get over with your colleagues across the aisle. Maybe one or two things that you see will be perhaps battleground.
Well, I think if we just take a look at the landscape right now, President Trump, one of his priorities, of course, is to secure our borders. And that will be a large hurdle. If we haven't been able to achieve that yet, holding both the House and the Senate, I see this as a very big obstacle. If we move into our January time session, making sure that our individual tax cuts are made permanent, that would also be a very difficult hurdle now once we have a majority of Democrats in the House. So I could go on and on and on. President Trump has done a wonderful job representing the American people and following through on his promises. And we need to keep pushing that agenda for the president, and it will be more difficult with the House now.
Senator Joni Ernst, congratulations on your GOP conference position now. Thank you for being with me.
Harris.
Absolutely.
Thank you.